आज हम मोशन का टॉपिक करेंगे स्पीड, वेलोसिटी एंड एक्सीलरेशन। ठीक है, तो पहले हम करेंगे स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी। स्पीड, वेलोसिटी। ठीक, नाउ स्पीड ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट। Now speed of an object is defined as the distance traveled by it per unit time. And velocity of an object is defined as the displacement of the body per unit टाइम। तो यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस आता है और यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी में डिस्प्लेसमेंट। ठीक, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। देन स्पीड ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट is equal to distance upon time। ठीक है, फिर यहाँ पे velocity of an object is equal to displacement, that is d upon time। Now speed is a scalar quantity, ठीक, whereas velocity is a vector quantity। ठीक, तो अब ये स्केलर और वेक्टर क्वांटिटी क्या होता है? स्केलर क्वांटिटी मीन्स स्केलर क्वांटिटी क्या मीन्स फिजिकल quantities which we can associate by magnitude। We can associate by magnitude, that is mass, that is mass, then time, distance, speed, etc. Now vector quantity। vector quantity क्या होता है? vector quantity is a physical quantity which is associated with number, with magnitude, as well as direction। ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैग्नीट्यूड भी आएगा और डायरेक्शन भी आएगा। एग्जाम्पल है हमारा वेट एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट। ठीक, सो स्पीड is a scalar quantity because it is associated with magnitude, that is number, that is mass, time, distance and speed. And velocity is a vector quantity associated with magnitude as well as direction, that is weight and displacement. Now SI unit. SI unit of speed is meter per second. ठीक है, इसके दूसरी यूनिट्स भी है, अदर यूनिट्स भी हैं. अदर यूनिट्स आर सेंटीमीटर पर सेकेंड एंड किलोमीटर पर आवर. ठीक, यहाँ पे आप देखोगे velocity, the SI unit. ठीक है, SI unit is मीटर पर सेकेंड. तो यहाँ पे SI unit of speed is meter per second and SI unit of velocity is also meter per second. Now speed is always positive and can never be zero. कभी ज़ीरो नहीं हो सकता. Whereas velocity can be changed. ठीक है, it can be changed. It can be positive, it can be negative or zero. ठीक है, the velocity can be changed by changing the object, by changing the object can be changed by velocity, can be changed by changing the object speed, direction, ठीक है, changing the object speed, direction of motion और both. ठीक, तो ये हमने किया स्पीड एंड वेलोसिटी. तो यहाँ पे मैं दोबारा से एक बार रिपीट कर रही हूँ. स्पीड ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट is defined as distance traveled by it per unit time. Velocity of an object is defined as the displacement of the body per unit time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Velocity of an object is equal to displacement upon time. Speed is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Scalar quantity are those physical quantity which can be associated with magnitude, that is mass, time, distance, and vector quantity which are associated with magnitude as well as direction. For example, weight, displacement. SI unit of speed is meter per second as well as those of velocity is meter per second. ठीक है ना, speed is always positive, it can never be zero, and velocity can be changed by changing the object speed, direction of motion or both. It is positive, negative and zero. Positive भी हो सकता है, negative भी हो सकता है और zero भी हो सकता है. Now average speed and average velocity. Now what is average speed? Average speed is defined as ratio of the total distance traveled by an object to the total time टेकन। ठीक है, तो हम यहाँ पे कैसे लिखेंगे, एवरेज स्पीड इज इक्वल टू टोटल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड अपॉन टोटल टाइम टेकन। तो S1 प्लस S2 प्लस S3 प्लस डैश 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 अपॉन T1 प्लस T2 प्लस T3 प्लस डैश 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 डैश। Now, what is average velocity? Now, average velocity is defined as the average rate of change of position of an object with respect to time. Defined as the rate of change of position of an object with respect to time. Okay, so it depends on initial velocity and the final velocity. So here the average velocity is equal to total displacement upon total टाइम टेकन। ठीक है, इसको हम ऐसे भी डिस्प्लेसमेंट, इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं अपॉन टाइम। ठीक है, एंड इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, if the velocity of an object changes at a uniform rate, then average velocity क्या होगा, इज इक्वल टू इनिशियल वेलोसिटी प्लस फाइनल वेलोसिटी अपॉन 2। ठीक है, इफ velocity of an object changes at a uniform rate, then average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. So u is representing here initial velocity and v is representing final velocity. Understood? So this is the difference between average speed and average velocity. Average speed defines ratio of a total distance traveled by an object to total time taken. Here I have expressed it with the help of equation. Now average velocity, it is defined as the rate of change of position of object with respect to time. Average velocity is equal to total distance upon total time taken. If the velocity of object changes at a uniform rate, then average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. Now we will do acceleration. अब दूसरा टॉपिक हमारा है acceleration. Acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is defined as the rate of change of its velocity with respect to time. ठीक है, इसको मैथमेटिकली अगर एक्सप्रेस करेंगे तो a is acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time taken, that is t. Understood? So here acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. So A is equal to V minus U upon T. ठीक है, ठीक है, तो A is equal to V minus T. Now SI यूनिट, इसकी SI यूनिट क्या होगी? मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, और इसकी CGS यूनिट होगी, दैट इज सेंटीमीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. ठीक है. एक्सेलरेशन कैसी क्वांटिटी है? वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. कैसी क्वांटिटी है ये? वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है. ठीक है. आपका एक्सीलरेशन ठीक है, जो आपका एक्सीलरेशन है इज पॉजिटिव. कब? इफ इट इज इन डायरेक्शन ऑफ वेलोसिटी. ठीक. एक्सीलरेशन इज नेगेटिव इफ it is in direction, if it is in opposite direction. The two direction of velocity. ठीक है. And acceleration is 0. कब है 0? When it is moving with a constant velocity. Understood? And the negative acceleration, very important, is also called deceleration or retardation. I am repeating this again. Acceleration is positive if it is in the direction of velocity. Acceleration is negative if it is opposite direction of velocity. And acceleration is 0 when it is moving with a constant velocity. And a negative acceleration is called a deceleration or retardation. Now type of acceleration. Acceleration are of two types. ठीक है. एक्सेलरेशन दो तरीका का होता है. एक यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन एंड नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन. ठीक है. यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन मीन्स इफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट ट्रेवल इन स्ट्रेट लाइन. इफ एन object travels in a straight line. एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्या कर रहा है? स्ट्रेट लाइन में ट्रेवल कर रहा है. ठीक. एंड इट्स वेलोसिटी इंक्रीजेस. नेचुरल सी बात है. स्ट्रेट लाइन में ट्रेवल कर रहा है, उसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हो रही है और डिक्रीज हो रही है बाय इक्वल अमाउंट. ठीक है, एक ऑब्जेक्ट अगर ट्रेवल कर रहा है स्ट्रेट लाइन में एंड इफ इट्स वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज और डिक्रीजेस बाय इक्वल अमाउंट इन इक्वल interval of time, then the object is said to be in uniform acceleration. Example is motion of a freely falling body. I am repeating again. If an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal amount in equal interval of time, ठीक है ना, then that is known as in uniform acceleration, and the example is motion of freely falling body. Second is non-uniform motion. ठीक है, non-uniform motion क्या है? If an object travels in a straight line, ठीक है ना, if object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by unequal amount of, क्या कहा मैंने, unequal amount in equal interval of time, ठीक, then the object is said to be in non-uniform acceleration. Example is movement of bike on a crowded city road is example of non-uniform acceleration. So I am repeating this again. Acceleration are of two types, uniform and non-uniform. And if an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal amount in equal interval of time, then object is said to be in uniform acceleration. Here, if the object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by unequal amount in in equal interval of time, ठीक है ना, इज नोन एज नॉन यूनिफॉर्म. तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम एंड हियर अनइक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम इन इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम. ठीक, अंडरस्टूड. तो यहाँ पे आप देखिए, again repeating, if an object travels in a straight line, the velocity increases or decreases by equal amount in equal interval of time, and here by unequal amount in equal interval of time. Example is motion of the free fall body, and here is the motion of the bike on a crowded city road. Thank you student. Thank you student. ये 3 टॉपिक हमने आज कवर किए हैं, स्पीड, वेलोसिटी एंड एक्सेलरेशन.